Morning. So it's Monday today, but I need to make a video from yesterday. And what I think was the most important thing for me yesterday was the discovery of how I was speaking to myself, or in what tone I was speaking, or what kind of goals or visions I have for myself, and if I don't live up to that, I kind of yell at myself or get really disappointed. And I think that's really something to notice. Really notice how you speak to yourself in different situations. And I wonder why I sometimes speak really harsh to myself, because I know how I want to speak to Hjelte when I'm in a good mood, when I'm really in my good vibrations. I always talk nice and friendly and loving to him, right? So why don't I do that to myself? And I often do that, but when I disappoint myself, it really hurts, you know. And what happened yesterday is a really good example of that. I told you how I just recently got my driver license, and I think it's really difficult to learn how to drive in our own car. It's very different from the one I took my license in, and I was like, I had that belief that now I could drive a car and that everything was just going to be better and better and better. And then I discovered that I have a hard time learning this new car, and that it's all about me not have trust in my ability to do it, and I'm not trusting myself, and when I do some mistake, I really feel I'm failing. I really feel that I don't live up to my own expectations. I have a vision and I believe that I will be this amazing driver. I really enjoy driving, so I get so disappointed when I'm not feeling that way. And it could be small things, like yesterday when I was just, it was something about shifting the gear. I don't know if you call it that. And I couldn't find the right one, so the car was just like, ooh, making this sound, and I panicked. So it was not about the sound or anything, it was just like I noticed how I panicked, because it's like when I don't have control of it, I get anxiety, or it's like jumping into this black space for a second, right, without noticing anything, and I don't notice where I go and what's happening, you know. I just enter this black space of confusion, anxiety, is it called that? Yeah. No, and it's just, this is a split second, and then of course I find the gear, and then I just, you know, it's really a short second, but I feel it rushing through my body, and it's really it's so emotional, and it makes me even more nervous to like drive this last part of the journey, the road. And I park in a parking lot because we have to shop, and I shake. My body shakes because of this small second of failure or lack of control, you know, or lack of confidence. All sorts of things just pop up and makes my body shift, and I cry, and I really get like so surprised of this really strong thing that is happening, and when that kind of things, when they happen because of a small thing, it really says to me that there's some huge lesson here for me to learn. There is some wisdom there, because this is just so huge a contrast in my life. So I really had to dig into that, and I think one of the things that it's about expectations, right? And if you have certain expectations of yourself, of how you should be, that I should be someone who's just like going through life with ease, and then I don't ease at all. I really have big tension and fear and lack of confidence and all these insecure things, lack of trust, you know. When that appears, it just shakes my world because it's really contrast. But what I came up to, or what I kind of thought about afterwards, is that just some things are harder for us, you know. Some lessons are so big, and it takes time. So I really need to be patient with myself, and I need to speak to myself in a really calm, nice, loving tone, just like to a kid, right? It does not help me anything to start yelling at myself, you know, mentally, about not living up to something, or be like the others, or, you know, maybe it's something to do with my father being a what's it called? Fixing cars, mechanic. And my brother also really into cars, you know everything. So it's like the two guys in my life who've all my life been my big role models, right? They know everything about cars. They can do everything. They are excellent drivers. And here I am in an age 35, just learning it and feeling, you know, really nervous and insecure about that. So I really feel that I am kind of not part of the family in that way. I'm like, ooh, I really want to be like that, and then I'm not, and then I just don't have patience with me learning that, and not accepting that it may take a bit for me to do, and then really talking to myself in a not nice way. So what I do about it is that I really try to lower my expectations, lower my goals, really accept this feeling. It's okay for me to be nervous about it. It's perfectly alright. I'm not a bad person because of that. I don't need less love because of that, or I don't lose respect because of that. I'm still a part of the family, even though, you know. So I really try to mentoring myself and really boost myself and have patience and love for me to take those steps and practice slowly and becoming more and more used to it and more trained to drive this car. So I think that's very important. I think it's a very important thing to notice how you speak to yourself and what expectations you have to be something, you know, in a certain way. To respect. Maybe it's because I don't respect myself if I don't drive this car very well and very calm and relaxed and perfectly smooth, you know, like. I really feel I have these high expectations, and it does not feel good. It's because I'm constantly excusing the way I do, you know, shifting the gear, and when it does just a little tiny in the car, I was like, ooh, that's not good enough, right? I have really, really, really high expectations, and that could be in all parts of life, you know. For you, it could be in a different part. Maybe you really have high expectations about your profession, or how you sing, or how you run your business, or how you make dinner, or what kind of mother you are, or it could be many things that where you have really high expectations. And maybe for some people it works very well because they have like this like a football trainer, a voice inside their heads is really pushing them to do their best, and that way. But for me, it's working like the opposite. It's not motivating. It's more like crumpling. It's more like it makes me feel sad, and it makes me feel unworthy. Um, and it makes me feel really, really small, and that doesn't feel good. Um, so just because you're an adult now and you have kids that you have to learn about life, and you have to be this role model towards them or in front of your friends or family, whatever. But even though you're an adult, you have to learn new things all the time, right? And I think that's really good to keep learning new things, not to just play it safe, but keep walking the edge, or keep like facing challenges, but be patient with it and really do it with much love for yourself, and really embrace yourself with patience, and just like you talk to the small kids, right? To really nurture the part of you that's nervous, because it's not all of you. That's just this part connected with this subject. That's where you really feel like that, and in other parts of your life you feel really confident, and things are flowing easily. So that was my focus for today. To talk nicely to myself and have patience with steps, and keep the expectations low. Take one small step at a time, and really acknowledge them as that's good enough. Right? It's good enough to be nervous. It's okay to be nervous driving this car. Maybe it takes a year. You don't know. It does not make you a worse person that some parts of your life takes more time than other to learn. So that was me coaching myself today. Hope you have maybe you heard something you can use in your own life, or pass it on to someone you know with these problems. So that was all for today. Maybe I'll do a video later on, maybe tonight, but I will see you, so take care. Bye.